Kevin. Yes, I can
Shalom.
hear.
Shalom.
Shalom.
So happy to hear you. How is it today in Brazil, Fernando? How is the weather?
The weather here is getting better. We had the coldest October ever, and the beginning of November as well. We are having a cold weather, but the day is beautiful here. In the morning was kind of cold, but now it's getting warmer and the day is bright. The sky is blue, so everything is fine.
Good to
And
hear.
how it is in Israel, in Haifa?
It is, thank you for asking. It's a mild weather today, 26 degrees Celsius. It's quite pleasant. There are a few clouds and there's a wind which comes from the ocean and everything is fresh. So it's very nice here. Thank you. And Kevin, how is the weather today in North Carolina?
Hello. It's a little chilly. It's in the 40s
Mm-hmm.
here in the mountains, and but it's nice. It's beautiful. The leaves, last couple weeks were beautiful and nice and bright, and now the leaves are on the ground, and everyone's getting ready for winter, chopping wood, all of
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm. The atmosphere, yes? Orange atmosphere.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing it. Do you have questions before we start? Felipe is here. Felipe, hello, good morning. We're very happy that you're here on YouTube. Shalom, shalom. Questions before we start, impressions that you'd like to share. Kevin, you were reading for us a text from Jacob, and you made a beautiful recording and you posted it on Discord, and it was a beautiful conversation here last night. So, is there any questions that you'd like to ask regarding the text or any question? Because I prepared a text today from the Zohar and Tikkun Zohar, Zohar corrections around the text that you read yesterday.
Oh, wonderful. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to it. I have no questions at the moment.
Thank you. And Fernando, any questions on your mind, on your heart?
No, I'm fine eating. I do not have questions as well. So I'm happy that you are bringing the Tikkun Zohar. So I'm
Thank
ready
you.
to follow. Yes.
Thank you. And good morning, Venus here. Good morning, Shoshanim. Shoshanim, not just roses and lilies, but Shoshanim is Sheshonim, those who are learning. Shoshanim, not just roses or lilies, but in Hebrew, Sheshonim, those who are opening for learning. So let's move into the whiteboard, and we need a volunteer here to read the text. We have a text from Numbers 12, which resonates with the beautiful reading of Kevin yesterday, and there is a Tikkun Zohar correction in Aramaic. I will
I'm
read. Yes, yes, Kevin, please.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I have the correct URL for the concept board. It doesn't seem to be anyone here or letting me in.
Okay, so you're not. 1 second, I'll try to find it. Where is it?
I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. I'll try to find the right connection. The link. Do you have it, Fernando, by chance? Do you have the link? 1 second, where is it?
Yes, I just sent to Kevin
Thank you so
in
much.
the private. Yes.
Thank you so much. So, Kevin,
Thank you.
soon you will be with us, and yes, and Fernando, whenever you're ready to read the text, we are ready. Yes.
Okay. I can start to read it.
Yes.
So Numbers chapter 12, verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Cushite woman whom he had married, for he had married a Cushite woman. And they said, Hath the Lord indeed spoken only with Moses? Had he not spoken also with us? And the Lord heard it. Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men that were upon the face of the earth. And the Lord spoke suddenly into Moses, and into Aaron, and into Miriam. Come out, ye three, into the tent of meeting. And they three came out. And the Lord came down in a pillar of cloud, and stood at the door of the tent, and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, to make myself known unto him in a vision, I do speak with him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so. He is trusted in all my house. With him do I speak mouth to mouth, even manifestly, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord doth he behold. Wherefore then were you not afraid to speak against my servant, against Moses?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What is the text evolves around here? What is the plot? Let's call it plot.
The plot is Miriam and Aaron are they are questioning the authority of Moses because Moses is married with a cushite woman, and they didn't like it. This is, of course, the literal thing.
Yes, thank you so much. Just to, before we go and approach the discussion about Moses and what is so different about his authority, so to speak, I would like to, since you mentioned the Isha Kushite, the Kushite woman. Kushite is from questioning. When we ask questions, we don't know. The wife of Moses is Tzipporah. So, Tzipporah is a bird. A bird appears in the light, in the daylight. So Tzipporah moves, the light, so to speak, moves, and Moses, or the known moves away, and Moses turned to the unknown. This is the Cushite woman, the question. The question is the center of his life, not the answer. This is just for general speech. Now, can you please read verse 6, Pasuk Vav, Fernando, in Hebrew? Because this verse resonates with the text that we were listening to yesterday that Kevin was reading for us. Verse 6, Vav, please.
Okay.
And he said,
Please.
Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, do make myself known unto him in a vision. I do speak with him in a dream.
Thank you. And Fernando, can you read verse 6 or Vav in Hebrew, parallel in Hebrew,
Okay.
because the English is different, so we will enter the Hebrew now.
Okay. Vayomer Shmu na dvari im Hashem niviachem Hashem b'machea alive atfada bahalom adver bo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Nice.
And the English says vision, but the Hebrew says something which is a bit different. Bamar'ah. Did you meet the word mar'ah before? I will focus the text here. I will move to the text. 1 second. Here it is. Yes, very good. You have your pointer on it. Excellent. Very good. move it a bit because everybody will be able to see. במראה, in the mirror. Kevin, במראה, does it ring a bell?
You said mirror, and it rings a bell from the concepts that we've discussed and what I was reading about regarding the mirror.
Excellent. Through the mirror. במראה, through the mirror. This is not vision. The English says vision. Through the mirror, I'll be known to him. Oh, I will speak to him. No, the first, through the mirror, I'll be known to him. Now, mar'ah is literally mirror, but it has also a value. The value is 248. Can you check me, Fernando?
Yes.
Yes.
It is right. Yes.
Thank you. This is the value of Rechem. It's a womb.
Yes.
But it's also
in Abraham.
Abraham, very good. Abraham. And also in Aramaic, Racham is love. Please remember that to Rechem is not just womb, just mercy, but in Aramaic it means to love. Like the womb, mercy, the seed, and from the seed, the womb is growing life. Like physical womb, like in the abstract. So, Bamar'ah, through the mirror now gets another dimension. The dimension of the mirror is through love. Love, or the mirror, shows us in Hebrew equivalence of form. Whatever is reflected in the mental mirror is the situation that we are in. Lifnei, like in Arabic, kabel, lifnei, in front of. Fernando, do you remember the inner situation? The path that we are going into or stand in front of.
Yes.
Do we understand the concept?
Yes. I hope I do, but I think so.
So how does Hashem, the Tetragrammaton, speak to Moses? Because now he's protecting, like Fernando was saying, there's a question. His brothers, sister and brother are questioning his authority. And God, Tetragrammaton, brings a speech. So what is the protect? How do you say, Fernando, when you want to protect, what is the speech in English when you want to protect someone in court? It doesn't come to me in English. But what is the concept that God brings?
Shield? Defense?
It's the defense. In English, you say defense writing, like in Hebrew? Or probably it's a legal language. I'm not aware of it. Maybe Fernando does.
No, I cannot remember now. It's in English as well. But I think that Kevin is right. Is the defense speech?
The defense speech. Ktav Hagana. This is Ktav Hagana. In Hebrew, it's not a speech, but it's writing. Ktav Hagana, defense. Hagana. Yeah. So what is the defense speech here? What is the perspective that God brings about Moses? He wants to protect him from this attack. So what does God say?
That he makes through a mirror, like.
Yes, he communicates to Moses through the mirror. And through which mirror does he communicate to Moses? What is the name of the mirror?
Love.
Love.
It is the.
Love.
Oh.
Love.
Hesed?
It,
Is
Yes.
it the Hesed, or is it just a Hesed as an aspect of love? The aspect of love.
Yes, the aspect of love is chesed. Yes, excellent. The aspect of love is chesed. Yes. This is
yes, the will to
Yeah.
to give and to bestow and to you know.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes.
It is interesting. It is interesting that in the letters of Paul to Corinthians, he speaks that he has a letter about love, right?
Yes.
And he speaks that now we see through a mirror, but in the future you're gonna see face to face. You know, he has a very beautiful. It is a beautiful letter about love that Paul writes.
Can you have it? Do you have it on your side, or we could read it if you want, because you say it's a beautiful letter.
It is very beautiful. Yes, it is Corinthians 13, the exactly the number of love as well.
Yes,
So Corinthians 1, 13 is the chapter 13. Chapter 13. I hope I'm
verse
correct.
12.
You have it?
Chapter 13, verse 12. It says,
yes.
For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. Now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love.
Wow.
And the beginning of the letter it's amazing if you could read it. I have in Portuguese.
Yes, I can.
One
Yes,
second.
please.
Do you have it? I would like to. How do you say? I would like to bring the text on the whiteboard. I don't have it. 1 second.
Oh, I was reading from another app, so I can pull it up.
Okay. Can you put it on the whiteboard?
I'll grab
everyone?
it. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know how to add it to the whiteboard though.
Okay. 1 second. Just how do you say? Windows, Shift, and S.
Oh.
Okay. 1 second. I have it.
Oh, it's not. I cannot find it.
I have it in Hebrew, but I don't have it in English. 1 second. The Corinthian. Do you have it, Fernando, by chance, the English, or I have the? Okay, I have the. I think King James. Yes.
The Mekon memory doesn't seem to have the.
Yeah, because it has only the Old Testament.
Yes.
I have it like there are 13 verses. Fernando. Fernando, are you here?
Yes, I am trying to get it here. I got it.
I
in
think
English.
I got it too. So I hope this is the right text. I'm not sure. This is a King James Bible.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. This is what.
Yes, it is this. Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
So
It is. It is. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll read it.
Yes, please.
If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part and we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. But when I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love.
Thank you so much, Kevin, and thank you, Fernando, for mentioning this beautiful text. Yes. Questions before we move to Zohar corrections? Questions? Felipe, Fernando, Kevin,
No,
Venus.
it is beautiful. We are looking at this kind of communication between the Lord and us, right? So let's see what the Zohar brings. It must be nice.
Yes, the text is Zohar corrections, Aramaic in Hebrew, meaning the words are in Aramaic, but in Hebrew letters. I will read and translate, and I will move to Psalms because the text is evolving around one verse from Psalms and the word Bereshit, because they, discuss the meaning of Bereshit, because there are many meanings of the word Bereshit. This is the correction number 40. So he says, Bereshit, Shim'i bat, listen daughter, and look, and turn your ear. So he opens, the corrections opens with the Bereshit, the first word of the Bible, and then there's a comma on the right, and then he quotes from Psalms 45:11. Okay, just to understand the connection, we need someone to read Psalms 45:11, just to understand how the Zohar, the corrections, thinking. Yes. Who can read?
Okay.
Yes.
Hearken, O daughter, and consider, and incline thy ear. Forget also thine own people, and thy father's house.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So shall the king desire thy beauty, for he is thy Lord, and do homage unto him.
Thank you. So the Zohar starts, Bereshit. Bereshit, what? Bereshit is the beginning. What is Bereshit? Comma. Bereshit is the verse 11 from Psalms 45. Hearken, O daughter, and consider, and incline thine ear.
Ear.
Ear. Thank you. So let's see how the letters are working. Why does it bring suddenly Psalms 45? And we have here like two kinds of senses. Listen, daughter, Shim'i bat, listen. Sorry, I'm not in the right place. Listen, Shim'i. And then look, or watch, or see. Bereshit, in the beginning, listen, daughter, and see. Let's see what is he trying to tell us. I just move here. This is the word Bereshit in this card. Bereshit, 6 letters. Bereshit. He says, what? Listen. Listen is Shim'i. Listen. It is feminine turn, listen feminine, because the soul, so to speak, is feminine. I've made it like an ear here, like listening. Shim'i bat, daughter is bat. What is Shim'i bat? We take the shin. This is how the Zohar continues. He takes the shin. What is listen, daughter? He takes the shin of listen, Shim'i, and bat, daughter, and he connects. What is listening, listen, daughter? Shim'i, bat, Shabbat. The 7th day. So what is listen, daughter? He says that in Bereshit, in the word Bereshit, we have already implication of listen, daughter. We have already indication for Psalms 45:11. Listen, daughter. Listen, soul. Shim'i bat. Listen, daughter already is found in the word Bereshit, but also Re'i bat. Re'i, look. Re'i is also to look, but it's also a mirror. This is, Re'i is both a noun, but also a verb. Do we have the word Re'i, mirror, in Bereshit?
Yes.
Yes, we have. I will move it to the right. 1 second. It will be easier for us to focus from the text. Second. Yes. Yeah. Move it even further, like this. Yes. So what does the Tikkun Zohar wants to tell us? And here there's another hidden secret, because while we open the secret, or the way of the Zohar perspective, while we're opening the secret, always comes another secret, because at the moment we are opening, something comes. So we always have the duality. Yes.
It is interesting because we can take the verb to see, right? And also the bat, the bet and the tav, like to see the other, and the shin, the tree of life, maybe.
Yes.
But
Yes. To see the daughter, Re'i bat, very good, Fernando, because this is the next sentence. Re'i bat, look, daughter. Re'i bat, look, daughter. Or the mirror is a daughter. This is what Psalms 45, Shim'i bat, listen, daughter, Ure'i. Shim'i bat Shabbat, Ure'i. He doesn't repeat on bat, but we can read the word Re'i, mirror, and the word bat, daughter. Meaning, the word Bereshit already implies to us about the 7th day, the soul. The ability to hear of the soul. But also, yes, Ure'i vat. There's also in the word Bereshit, we find a mirror. But there's another way that the Zohar continues in Aramaic. He takes the bet in the beginning, puts a dash, and he reads the word Bereshit in the following. Bere'i, within a mirror, there's foundation, because how does the Zohar open Bereshit? Second. The bet is also within or through. It's a utility. We can use the bet also as a utility, how to say, before, I don't know how to say this in English, but with something or through something. I don't have the right term now in English. It's like utility. Via is like via in this case, or through.
Oh, okay. Via, like,
Via.
I see. It's connected. It's like a pathway.
Yeah. Yes.
Via is like a pathway.
Yes. Like we say via airmail or paravion. Yes. Through airmail. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Once we send letters, yes. Airmail as a via. Yes. Paravion in French. So Bereshit. Bereshit, what is Bereshit? The bet is via, through a way, a path. And Re'i is a mirror. Shet is the third son of Adam and Eve, but it also speaks about the foundation. Tashtit. Tashtit is a foundation. Because from Shet, humanity start. So the foundation, Shet, is from Tashtit, from foundation, Yesod. Yesod and Tashtit, the basic. So, Bet, Re'i, Shet, through the mirror, there is a foundation or establishment. Meaning, once during the day we have not mirage, but we evidence something which is coming. It was a dream or something which, a speech that goes through us or through the surrounding, and it resonates like a mirror to us.
The return.
Yes, again?
Is it has something to do with how the light returns to you?
Yes, yes. Or Joser. Yes.
The reflection.
Reflected light, yes. Fernando, you remember? Or Yashar and Or Joser? Straight. If Fernando is here. Yes. 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 So through or via the mirror, there is establishing, or we are founding things, or things are being born through the mirror. Is that understood?
Yes. Yes.
Because the mirror also has a double effect. The double effect of the mirror is coming again through the bet. Double effect. Bet, Re'i, Shet. So here, bet. Let's move for a space here. Bet, via, Re'i, Shet, foundation. Or bet, this is the mirror, because it's like a double mirror, one here and one there, and Shet. There's creativity. Sometimes, something appears and we go and do something. We record, we write, we sing. Yes? This is Bereshit. Yes.
Felipe
yes.
found something interesting, that we can form also Rei Shabbat, right?
Yes.
Like look at the Shabbat, and the Shabbat is the 7, right? Is the manifestation. It is the rest, and is the manifestation, right? It is what you just was saying. When someone has this glimpse, has this insight, and have the capability to manifest it, is the Shabbat, right? To bring
Yes.
it to Malchut.
Yes. Yes. Look at the soul. Because the soul is the seventh. I remember I was writing, I think, to Felipe about the seventh day. The seventh day, this is a very good entry. Thank you, Fernando and Felipe. Yeah. The seventh day, we write the seventh day. In Hebrew, Yom HaShevi'i, HaShevi'i. Baal HaSulam says, what is HaShevi'i? And we put here the Hey, HaShevi'i is the Shevi'i. What is seventh? He says, Shebi. Shebi is with, in. Shebi, and he turns the Ain into Hey. These things are possible. The Ain, Aleph, Hey, sometimes they change. Shebihi, and he adds the Aleph. Shebihi, within me, applies to the soul. So the name, the seventh day, Yom HaShevi'i, implies to the word Shebi He, that she is within me. Who is within me? The soul. The seventh day is the day of the soul. This is why everything rests. We don't have to do something. We don't have to be mechanical. We don't have to produce to produce, to manufacture, because everything is being. This is why everything rests, because in being is rest.
I had an impression of just as you were speaking and explaining that it's also a question. The impression was that there are two sisters I say in us, but I don't necessarily mean it that way. But it's like two daughters, but they're sisters. Does this connect at all or no? Because the what's their names again?
Of what?
Two sisters. Can't remember their names. I'll think about it and then I'll share.
Related to Jacob, you mean? Or
no, just
two sisters. I just
two
wanted to
sisters.
yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to say something. Leah, Venus asked, is it Leah and Rachel? Or you mean
No.
something else? So something comes to me. Fernando, Rodrigo, would you like to say something before I will explain about, I think, what Kevin is aiming? Fernando, Rodrigo, would you like to say something?
I am fine, Eti. I'm listening.
Thank you. In the seventh day, yes, Rodrigo, good morning.
No, just to say hello, Eti. Sorry I'm late today, but
It's
it's a
okay.
pleasure to be here with Kevin, Fernando, you, and all on YouTube. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you. In the seventh day, it says Vainafash, Vainafash, and God rested. Vayinafash. Again, Vayinafash, Vav, Yod. Nafash is from Nefesh, rested. Rabbi Ashlag says, what is Vayinafash? Vai is always something wrong happened. Vai, he says, Vai is like cry for help. Vai Nefesh. The Nefesh part in us, maybe this is the sister that you mean. The Nefesh is a lower part in us. Also animals have it. So the Nefesh is from Olam Asiyah, is from the doing. So when the Bible says, and God rested, Vayinafash, Rav Ashlag says, what is Vayinafash? Vai Nefesh. The Nefesh says, Oi, because in this day, it's not for her, it's not her place to move and to make. So the Nefesh is in a way dying. The mechanical in us, the lower part of us, is dying. Does not have in a way a place to exist or to manifest because it's the day of the soul. Do we understand this reading?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So it also implies that if we are looking to Shabbat, it is like a telos, like a purpose of the creation, to minimize the nefesh.
Excellent. Really. Yes. To decrease.
That is related,
Yes.
right? Is related with Nahash and
yes,
with
Nachash,
Nafal.
with this, to lower the, yes, to decrease the entity of the serpent within us. Yes, excellent. Nefesh is also Nachash, the serpent. 1 second, very good, Fernando. My pen is not writing, I'm sorry. Nachash, I don't have a pen. Serpent. I guess the pen is gone. So, in a way, the nefesh or the nachash, this is also the same value. Nun is nun, this is 5. You can see because it doesn't write. So, what is vayinafash? Vai, oi, says the serpent. It's not my place, because the serpent is always moving, never has peace. So the 7th day is opposite to the serpent. This is why in the first verses of Genesis 2 we have this Kiddush, Yom HaShishi, Yom HaShishi, the 6th day, Vayachulu HaShamayim ve'aretz, the heavens and the earth are complete. Please remember the abbreviation of Yom HaShishi. 1 second. I move the text here. Yom HaShishi, the 6 days. Yom HaShishi is the ending of chapter 1. I try to write because at the moment it doesn't work, but Yom HaShishi. What is Yom HaShishi? You take the first letter Yod and the first letter Hey, and then we have Ya. Sorry. Yom HaShishi. We have Ya. Vayachulu Shamayim ve'aretz, and the heavens and the earth are completed. Vayachulu HaShamayim, the heavens are complete. And then we have the first letter Vav, and the first letter HaShamayim Hey, and we have the tetragrammaton. You see? Ya, and this is Va. And then we have 3 blessings for the 7th day. Vayechal Elohim and God. Fernando, we recorded something on Slack. There was a kiddush.
Yes, I was
Wow, this is a
remembering.
beautiful kiddush. Vayechal Elohim, Vayechal, and God completed et melachto, completion. Here we have completion. Sorry, kid doesn't write. Vayechal Elohim et melachto asher asa, Vayishbot, and then we have sabbatical. We have Vayishbot, sabbatical, Vayevarech. I'm not sure that this is the right order, but we have 3 verbs: completion, sabbatical, and then blessing. This is regarding to the 7th day, but also this is the speech for the soul. Everything is established, 6 days of creation, and then comes the soul, the 7th day. Because for the 7th day, for the soul, the universes were created. So the aim of creation is to establish a place for the soul to be. יום השישי ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבעם ויהללו. Remember, Fernando.
Of course, I remember it. It is beautiful. Yes.
Questions? Thoughts?
So, could we say it that the creation is like a mirror, like
Excellent. This is it. The creation is a mirror. Yes. Bet Rashit. Yes, creation is a mirror. Of course.
and it is a mirror of love, because
Yes.
the mirror is related with Abraham and with Rehem, that is womb, but also brings Rehamim, that is the mercy and the love and everything that is related. And I am just wondering, so if the quality of the mirror of the creation is love, what could be the quality of to see face to face? Because just like that part that Kevin read to us beautifully from Corinthians, that now we look through this mirror, through this reflex of love. But what is the quality of seeing face to face? I don't know if it is possible to live a face-to-face relation here in the creation, but I'm just wondering.
I'll start because I cannot write. It doesn't. I'll speak because I cannot write. There's 2 ways that the Zohar describes of communication. In the illuminating mirror, in Aramaic says aspaklaria me'ira. Aspaklaria in Aramaic is mirror. Aspaklaria me'ira, illuminated mirror, is the communication of Moses. Panim el panim.
Your heart.
This is Aspaklaria me'ira, illuminated mirror. And this is the advantage of Moses in relation to the all other prophets, because Moses is called Avi HaNevi'im, the father of all prophets. So Moses could have a prophecy, or the relations or the communication came through illuminating mirror or love. But the other prophets, their communication came from the אספקלריה ארמית, אספקלריה שאינה מאירה, unilluminated mirror. What does it mean? A vision, a dream, and so. What is the difference between those two ways of communication? The communication with Moses is higher, because a dream has to have an opposition. A dream, not just a dream comes at night, and the Tikkunei Zohar, the Zohar correction speaks about it, because there's a dream that the person goes to sleep, and there's like daydreaming. And the prophets, and Fernando was asking me about it, the prophets were having the prophecies from Netzach and Hod, from the spheres of Netzach and Hod. So to speak, the thighs of the body, the lower, not bodily speaking, I'm not speaking physical at all. But the prophets were prophesying from Netzach and Hod. And Moses from higher levels. Because what is the difference between Moses and other prophets? Moses has a relation of unconditional love. But to have a dream or to have a vision, we need to have the opposite things. We have to have darkness. Do we understand that?
Oh, yes.
So this is the difference between Moses and the other prophets. Fernando, did I answer your question?
Yes, I am thinking here. Yes.
Do you see the difference between unconditional love and dreaming? Do you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
I can see. Yes.
Yes.
Moses is related with Tiferet, maybe, and
Yes.
the heart.
The heart. Yes. Because also the other prophets are prophesying from Netzach and Hod. This is close to the tree of knowledge, so we have to have an opposite pole, like night, to have a dream. So night is darkness, and day, so we speak about two poles, two opposites, Netzach and Hod, duality. Moses is unconditional communication. It is a deep topic in the Zohar. There's many discussions in the Zohar about it. It's a very, very deep topic, because it engages unconditional love and mirrors, and what is a mirror, and what does a mirror do, and what do we see through the mirror. We speak about mental mirror. Sometimes we look at the mirror and there's a flower in front, so the mirror shows a flower, but we speak here about the mental mirror.
And it is a good way to even share it, because in order to understand it, you have to do it. You have to contemplate the mirror. You have to mirror.
We are. This is it. Who is the mirror?
Mm-hmm.
Who is the mirror? We are the mirror.
I could have said, you said it. Who is the mirror?
Who is the mirror? Who is the mirror? It's not a
Yes.
question, it's a statement. Who is the mirror?
Yes.
Who is the mirror? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Venus, it says, careful distortions when mirroring the mirror. I'm reminded of a book, Alice in the Land of Mirrors. Did you read this book? The story, Alice in the Land
In Wonderland? Yes.
in the Land of Mirror. I don't know. In Hebrew they translate
Oh,
it.
no.
And I'm sorry, I don't have the English with me about the translation. Alice in the Land of Mirror. So maybe it is. Yes.
Well, it's when you think of Alice in Wonderland and what we were discussing about the word wonder
Yes.
with the aleph.
Yes. Yes.
Eti,
Yes. Yes. Fernando.
it's Felipe.
Oh,
Shalom,
Felipe.
my
Shalom.
friends.
Shalom. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Shalom.
Yes.
Now I can speak. And I was just thinking that there is a interesting concept of the mirror is that its image it's inverted. When we look, we see inverted image. And what would you say about this kind of perception that we should be aware of? Is there anything to be said about it?
The mirror is inverted. That's correct. And when we evidencing mirroring during the day, this is an inner communication, inverted, how do you say? Inverted mirroring. It's a good meditation, like to walk through the day with the sense that we are mirroring. Not that we have a name, address, I'm a father, I'm a mother, all kinds of things, Just to go with the notion that I'm a mirror. And what moves through me, what speaks to me, what inverted through me. It's a very good meditation. Thank you, Felipe, for the idea. To walk as a mirror.
May I add?
Yes, of course, Kevin.
It's like a practical, maybe a practical example for something to grab hold of would be when you see Gevora on the left and Chesed on the right, you can, if you face somebody, their right is on your left. But if you mirror, then you can rotate, which gives you a different perspective.
Yes.
So how may I mercy them by placing their judgment or their gevora, their strength, on the other side that I received. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Just,
that's
an idea.
As we give hands to each other, we always make this kind of balance. We give right hand on left hand, and so there is a compensation. And that's interesting, Kevin, because I always think about it when I look at the Tree of Life scheme, like which is right, which is left, because if we are seeing if we were in the Tree of Life, our left hand would be mercy, and the right hand would be Geburah, and so. But this kind of inverted issues, this issue of inverted concepts, it's quite interesting. I think about it sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
And
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, just one thing to add. It's a passage that it's quite intriguing, and Eti answered a few years ago, I guess, when we started studying with her, and it's about the inversion of the blessing of the two sons of Joseph by Jacob. He makes an inverted. He crosses his arms to bless the kids, and in a way, this is, to me, is very intriguing. I think it's about something about this as well. Just to meditate again.
Yeah. It is to balance, because it's good that you mentioned the children of Joseph, Ephraim and Menashe. Menashe is, so to speak, the first, but his name is Menashe from Nashani, forgot me, and Ephraim comes from multiple, and the opposites are working here, because Ephraim, which symbolizes the multiplicity, let's say, in this aspect. There are many, many ways to read the name Ephraim. But Ephraim, which is multiplicity, gets the right hand, because multiplicity is like left side, many, so he gets the right, and this is the completion. In Menashe, which is the name, which is in anagram, the letters of Neshama, the soul, Menashe, Neshama are the same letters. He gets the left hand. So we have a completion here. It's not a mistake, but a completion. Do we see this?
Mm-hmm.
Good, it's a very good example. Weiner wrote about this at length. I'll try to locate the text and bring it to Discord later. It's a very good example. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this wonderful conversation.
Thank you so much. Venus says, thank you. Sessions Insight. Love is real. Green heart. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much, Kevin, for recording the passage. Thank you, Fernando, for opening it. This was a great opening last night.
Thank you.
It was so I was, what is happening here? So it was so beautiful, because it's inspiring, not just the recording, the conversation around it, and many, many parallel conversations happening to all of us by reading what you just did. So I wish for all of us a beautiful Shabbat and more inspiring projects, and everybody is welcome to participate in it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Eti. Thank you, Kevin, for everything, for the audio and everything. Thank you, Eti and friends, Felipe, Rodrigo, Venus, and all the friends. And Shabbat Shalom for the next day.
Thank you, friends. Bye.
Very much.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.